The story of Atlantis captivates us all, doesn't it? The idea of a lost civilization, a beacon of enlightenment swallowed by the sea, serves as a reminder of life's fragility and our species' capacity for greatness and loss. As much as we love the idea of Atlantis, we can't help but wonder if there's some truth buried under the waves, some historical event or culture that inspired Plato's tale. Today we look at a candidate for the inspiration behind the myth of Atlantis, a civilization which, like Plato's legendary island, vanished from sight, leaving few traces behind. Tartessos. If you enjoy what I do, please show your support. It helps the channel tremendously. Deep in the sun-soaked lands of southwestern Spain, where the Guadalquivir River meets the Atlantic, ancient sailors once whispered of a shining land, rich, powerful, and hidden from the world. That land had a name: Tartessos. To the ancient Greeks, it was a realm of unimaginable wealth, flowing with silver, gold, and tin. Its kings were said to live for generations. Its cities glistened with sacred temples, and its people traded with the farthest corners of the known world. But then silence. No more mention. No more evidence. Tartessos simply vanished. The first clues about Tartessos come from the Greek historian Herodotus, who writes of a powerful king named Arganthonios, ruler of Tartessos, who supposedly lived over 80 years. He was known for his generosity and even helped the Greeks build city walls far beyond his own borders. Other ancient writers, Strabo, Avienus, and Pausanias, also speak of Tartessos as a powerful kingdom in the west. But none agree on what, or where, it really was. Was it a city, a region, a people? What we know is this: Tartessos was important. And then, it was gone. Traders, riches, and foreign influence. Around the 9th century BC, Phoenician merchants began arriving on the Iberian coast. They were drawn to Tartessos for one reason: metal. The region was rich in silver, gold, and particularly tin, a vital resource for bronze production. Trade flourished, and over time, the Tartessians absorbed Eastern influences, but retained a distinct identity visible in their unique art, architecture, and mysterious undeciphered writing system. Later, the Greeks arrived. They called the land Tharsis and wove it into their myths. Some even connected it to the biblical Tarshish, said to have sent Solomon's fleet gold, silver, ivory, and exotic animals. Tartessos was not just a real place, it became legend, and then it disappears. Around 500 BC, Tartessos vanishes from written records and archaeological signs become scarce. Why? Scholars have several theories: a natural disaster, perhaps a tsunami or earthquake, military conquest, possibly by the expanding Carthaginian Empire, or a slow cultural absorption, where the Tartessians became part of other Iberian peoples like the Tertatani. Whatever happened, it was dramatic enough to wipe out a once thriving civilization. Archaeological clues. In modern times, archaeologists have uncovered striking evidence of an advanced Iberian society that fits the timeline of Tartessos: El Carambolo near Seville, a gold hoard and ceremonial complex; Canchorono, a religious site with advanced construction and sacrifice rituals; Tartessian inscriptions, carved into stone, written in an unknown script. Together, these findings suggest a highly organized culture, with both local and foreign influences, one that may very well have been Tartessos. But there is no definitive proof. No single ruin labeled Tartessos has yet been found. Was Tartessos the real Atlantis? Some believe so. Plato described Atlantis as a rich empire west of the Pillars of Heracles, now known as the Strait of Gibraltar. A land that vanished in a cataclysmic event. Tartessos fits the location. It fits the wealth. It fits the timeline. Coincidence? Or was Tartessos the historical seed that grew into the Atlantis legend? But Tartessos may have been more than just an inspiration for myth. Imagine if it wasn't just a myth, if the stories of Tartessos held a grain of truth, if there really was a mighty civilization that thrived around the 8th century BC, then vanished without a trace. Wouldn't that tell us something about ourselves? About our collective tendency to mythologize, to elevate the ordinary to the extraordinary. After all, we don't just remember those who are forgotten. We remember them through the lens of our imagination, shaping their stories into epics that transcend their mortal lives. In the case of Tartessos, the echoes of a forgotten people blend seamlessly with the rise and fall of empires, with tales of faraway lands woven into tapestries of myth and legend. And in doing so, they remind us of our enduring fascination with the past, our insatiable curiosity about what once was and what could have been. The kingdom of Tartessos was likely founded by Phoenicians who settled along the southwestern coast of the Iberian Peninsula around the 11th century BC. During the height of the Phoenician colonization of the Mediterranean. Its exact location has been a subject of debate among historians and archaeologists. But it is generally believed to have been situated somewhere in the Guadalquivir River Valley in what is now southern Spain. Tartessos quickly grew into a prosperous and powerful kingdom due to its strategic location along major trade routes connecting the Mediterranean with the Atlantic Ocean. The Tartessians became renowned for their wealth and power, amassing great fortunes through the trade of tin, silver and gold, as well as other valuable resources such as ivory and exotic animals. The kingdom's rulers were often deified after their deaths, leading to a belief in their immortality. According to Greek accounts, the first king of Tartessos was Arganthonios, who was said to have ruled for 80 years. Arganthonios was credited with bringing prosperity and stability to the kingdom and was revered as a benevolent and generous ruler. The Greeks also attributed to him the gift of building ships and establishing colonies in other parts of the Mediterranean. As Tartessos prospered, it came into contact with various civilizations, including the Greeks, Phoenicians, and Carthaginians. The Tartessians absorbed influences from these cultures, evident in their art, architecture, and religious practices. However, they also developed their own unique culture that blended elements from their colonizers with local traditions. Their art, for example, featured intricate designs and motifs that combined Greek, Phoenician, and indigenous Iberian styles. The Tartessians also had a mysterious writing system that remains undeciphered, adding to the enigma surrounding their civilization. Despite their cultural achievements, the kingdom of Tartessos eventually disappeared around 500 BC, leaving behind no written records or archaeological evidence of its demise. Theories regarding its decline include natural disasters, such as earthquakes or tsunamis, as well as military conquests by neighboring powers. However, the true fate of Tartessos remains a mystery. While little is known about the kingdom's later years, the legacy of Tartessos continued to live on in the collective memory of the ancient world. The Greeks immortalized Tartessos in their myths and legends, while the Romans incorporated elements of Tartessian culture into their own. The influence of Tartessos on subsequent civilizations is a testament to its enduring impact on the cultural landscape of the Mediterranean. Excavations at the Cerro de los Martis revealed a network of underground passages and chambers, suggesting ritualistic activity and potentially offering insights into Tartessian religious beliefs and practices. The discovery of an altar dedicated to a deity named Ascension further highlights the syncretic nature of Tartessian religion, which blended elements of various cultures. In addition to religious sites, archaeologists have uncovered settlements and burial mounds associated with the Tartessian culture. These sites provide valuable information about daily life, social customs, and material culture of the period. For example, the discovery of a large burial mound at the La Almoloya site yielded numerous artifacts, including decorated pottery and jewelry made of gold and silver. Such opulent burials indicate the presence of a hierarchical social structure and a culture that valued material wealth. The study of Tartessian material culture, such as pottery, metalwork, and stone sculpture, reveals a sophisticated artistic tradition that drew upon diverse cultural influences. For instance, the Tartessians produced distinctive ceramic styles that combined local motifs with Greek and Eastern Mediterranean designs. Their metalwork, particularly the use of gold and silver, showcased their wealth and their skill in working with precious metals. The most enigmatic aspect of Tartessian culture is their writing system, which has resisted decipherment despite numerous attempts. The existence of an indigenous script points to a literate and culturally distinct population. However, without a deciphered script, understanding the nuances of Tartessian society, religion, and history remains a significant challenge. The kingdom of Tartessos left an indelible mark on the ancient world, serving as a hub of trade, culture, and wealth in the Western Mediterranean. Although its existence remains shrouded in mystery and its ultimate fate is uncertain, the archaeological and historical evidence continues to captivate researchers. Each new discovery brings us closer to understanding the complexities of this enigmatic civilization and its contributions to the broader tapestry of Mediterranean history. So what do you think? Do you think Tartessos was the real Atlantis? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.